Hey everyone, Anindya here, and today we are looking at Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 versus Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. Okay, so both of these phones are very famous here in India, especially the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1. Okay, so the first and foremost, this phone is Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 and this is Grand 2. Grand 1 currently sells for 16,000, whereas Grand 2 selling for 22,500. Okay, and so on the front of the device we have a 5-inch 480 by 800 display on Grand 1 and a 2 megapixel camera on front which can shoot up to 720 by 480p video, and on the rear we have a 8 megapixel camera, a speaker grill and a LED flash, and along with a plastic back cover. Okay, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 it houses a 5.25 inches 720p display with a pixel density of 280, and whereas on the front of the device we have a 1.9 megapixel camera which can shoot up to 720p video, and on the rear we have 8 megapixel camera, a dual speaker which I'll be showing you on the later part of the video. This speaker is actually a dual speaker, not a single, and that's why the sound quality is pretty good, quite loud. Okay, and a LED flash, and along with a leathery back cover. Okay, and okay, so now coming to the display, uh, both of the phones are pretty good in display, but Galaxy Grand 2 is a lot better in display because due to the fact the Galaxy Grand 2's display is pretty sharp, and the colors and saturation level, the contrast is very good, really very good, and even all the and one more thing is that this due to the 720p display, the icons look a little small and a little sharp, whereas on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 the icons are pretty big. Okay, that's not a con, but just saying. And on Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 we have a 2600 mAh battery, whereas on over here we have a 2100. Okay, now coming to the internal specs, the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 runs on a dual-core ARM Cortex A9 architecture and on a Broadcom chipset, and its GPU is Video Core 4. Whereas on Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, it runs on Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chipset, and the GPU over here is Adreno 305. But do keep in mind, guys, that this quad-core CPU is not ARM Cortex A9. It's actually based on ARM Cortex A7. Okay, but the performance is really great. Just okay. Now coming to the software, here let me show you that the Galaxy Grand 1 is running on the Android version 4.2.2, which is Jelly Bean, and even on the Galaxy Grand 2 we are running Jelly Bean, but its version is Android 4.3. Okay, now coming to the cameras, both of the phones have a 8 megapixel camera. Okay, but the interface is little different. Let me just show you. Let me show you the Galaxy One's camera. So, guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1's camera, and here we have options like this self-recording, exposure, guidelines, all these things, and here we have some effects. Okay, and here we have some shooting modes as well, like continuous face detection, all those things. And let me shoot a picture. I'll just turn off this flash. Guys, just check one thing, that the Galaxy Grand 1's camera is much faster in focusing than Galaxy Grand 2's. Let me just show you. See, Even the picture snaps pretty fast on Galaxy Grand 1. Now let me show you the Galaxy Grand 2. Okay, so this is the uh, camera interface of Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. Here we have a mode option where we have lots of presets to select, like auto, night mode, panorama, all those things. Okay, and here we have some cool effects over here, and on this setting button we have this settings where we can select the picture size and tap tap on the screen to take a picture, all those things. Let me show you. So guys, as you can see, the picture snaps pretty slow. Okay, and the focusing speed is very slow on Galaxy Grand 2's camera. I really don't know why. And here we have some settings as well. Let me just show you. And most of the time it fails to focus. So I would say that Galaxy Grand 1's camera is much faster than Galaxy Grand 2's camera. But keep in mind guys that Galaxy Grand 2 has this sound and shot feature HDR mode. Okay, HDR mode is not present on Galaxy Grand 1 camera. And here we have this voice function as well. Cheese, shoot. Okay guys, now coming to the SIM card slots. Here uh, here we can see that the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 uses a standard SIM card slot. Okay, and you don't need to cut your SIM, and a single speaker grill. Okay, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, here we have two SIM card slots, but it's micro SIM. Okay, so that means you need to cut your SIM to be able to use on this phone. And here we have a dual speaker. Okay, and that's why the sound quality is pretty good on this phone. Okay guys, now coming to the call quality, both of the phones call quality is really good. Okay, and but I would say the Galaxy Grand 2's call quality is little better, simply due to the fact is that this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2's this earpiece is excellent. Okay, and the sound quality that comes out of this earpiece is really crystal clear. I I won't say that Samsung Galaxy Grand 1's call quality is worse than this one, no, but the Galaxy Grand 2's sound quality is little better. Okay, and one more thing to mention is that, which is pretty important, is the Samsung Galaxy on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1. This on Play Store, most of the apps and games are incompatible. This is a really very irritating thing on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, and it's due to the fact that Samsung used a Broadcom chipset rather than any rather than the Snapdragon variant. Whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, every single apps and games is compatible on Play Store. Okay, and you just name it, any game, any app is compatible on Play Store on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. Whereas it's not at all compatible on this Grand 1, and you need to root your phone or to manually install it, and sometimes you need to root your phone and change the build prop thing and all. This is a pretty hectic thing, which most of you don't like it, I know. So that's a pretty good point for Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. One more thing to mention is that this Galaxy Grand 2's Wi-Fi reception capability is pretty good. Okay, it's really good. I would say I have never seen any such phone with such a good range in Wi-Fi capabilities. Whereas on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, the Wi-Fi capability is very low. It can be on my unit, okay, but on my phone the Wi-Fi capability reception is very less. Okay, now coming to the gaming aspect on both of these phones, the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 was a good phone for gaming, but there were lots of problems simply due to the fact of that video core for GPU, which most of the games were incompatible with. So on Galaxy Grand 1, most of the games were some graphics issue and buggy and little laggy, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, Galaxy Grand 2, 99% of the games is very smooth, very smooth. Okay, except for one game which I've tested so far, that is the GTA San Andreas. I don't know, I really don't know why, but the GTA San Andreas lags a lot on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2. Whereas any other games, most of the games like Modern Combat, Asphalt 8, or Vice City, or Real Racing 3, any games you say, they are just plays like a butter on this Galaxy Grand 2. Okay, now coming to the internal memory, both of these phones have 8 GB of internal memory, whereas but there is a little difference where, say, like on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, the out of 8 GB, you can use about 3.65. Okay, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, out of that 8 GB system, see, over here the system is using 3.96 GB, which is about 4 gigabyte, whereas over here the system is using only 2.83. And yeah, so that means about 5.2 gigabyte is usable on Galaxy Grand 2. Okay, now coming to the RAM management. Here on Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, we have a 1.5 gigabyte of RAM, whereas on Galaxy Grand 1, we have a 1 GB of RAM. But the true story is little different. Let me just show you. Okay, so here, as you can see, uh, out of 804 MB, 463 MB is currently using. Okay, whereas over here, let me just close all these applications. Okay, also on over here we have, see, about 1.08 GB is used out of 1.35. So that means about 300 MB is usable, or 300 available RAM is there, whereas over here it's about 350. Okay, so on RAM management, both of the phones are very close to each other. Okay, now talking about the tips and tricks on both these phones, the Galaxy Grand 2 has a lot more tips and tricks than Galaxy Grand 1. It's actually all the tips and tricks on Galaxy Grand, which we find on Galaxy Note 3, is simply available on this Galaxy Grand 2. Select this one. Okay, Y- you can use your one-handed operation even on this uh, home screen. Okay, so these are the, and many other things like this My Magazine. Okay, this thing is not present on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1. And one more thing about the UI is that the Samsung Galaxy, though the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 and 2 UI looks same, but it's a little different, as the Galaxy Grand 2's UI is actually Note 3's UI, and that's why the though it has a RAM, free RAM about 350 to 400, but the UI feels really very smooth to use. Okay, very smooth to use. Yeah, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, the UI is also very smooth to use, but sometimes here and there we find a lag. Okay, and there is a stutteriness. Okay, now talking about the battery life, both of these phones are pretty good in battery life, but the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, I managed to get about 6 hours of battery life. Okay, whereas 6 hours of on-screen time battery life, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, I managed to get about 9 hours of screen time, which is pretty awesome. It's actually pretty unbelievable for a phone of Android phone of quad core CPU. So on battery life, I would say the Galaxy Grand 2's battery life is a little better than Galaxy Grand 1. Okay, now talking about the multi-window feature on both these phones. Both the phones support multi-window, which is Samsung's priority. And over here we have these buttons where we can interchange the position of both these windows. But one thing to mention is that on Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, we can't see I'm adding another application over the another, but we can't go back to that application again. And means we can only use two application at a single time, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 we can use multiple application on a single time. Say I have already added this applications, and see, here is a button. Okay, and if we tap over here, if we tap if we tap over here, there is a pretty long list of application which are currently running in background, and you can switch between these applications whenever you feel like. Okay, so on multi-window thing, Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 moves ahead. Guys, one important thing to mention is that the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1 was launched on the Android version 4.1.2, and finally it got an update to 4.2.2. But I don't think Samsung gonna release an update to 4.3 or 4.4 KitKat on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 1, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, the base Android version out of the box is Android version 4.3, which is Jelly Bean, and Samsung will push the KitKat update pretty soon on this phone. Okay, on benchmarks, this Galaxy Grand 1 gives a score of 3600 on quadrant standard and about 10500 on Antutu benchmark, whereas on this Galaxy Grand 2 gives 8300 on quadrant and about 17500 on Antutu benchmark. Okay guys, now talking about the web browsing experience, the Galaxy Grand 1 web browsing experience is pretty good, but there is a little bit of lagginess if we do multitasking with many application running on background, and if you do a pinch to zoom, then sometimes it lags. Okay, whereas on this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, uh, I have been using this phone for about 2 weeks or so, and till date there is not a single lag on this phone. This phone is just totally lag free, and even on the web browsing experience is pretty good. I it's actually it's buttery smooth in web browsing. Yeah, and everything is good about this phone. But one thing which I don't like about this phone is that these buttons could have been little better. It's actually little flimsy and it moves on its places like anything. And okay, and whereas on this Galaxy Grand one's buttons are really tactile. Yeah, it's really tactile. It feels like as if a mechanical button. Okay, so these are the default keyboards which we get on both of these phones, and here you can see it looks pretty similar. It's actually really same keyboard, but on over here the buttons are little in light color. Okay, this whitish, and whereas on over here it's little dark gray, and the keyboard is really smooth, both of them. And yeah, both of the keyboards are really great. Actually it's the same keyboard, just color is little bit difference and nothing else, guys. And one last test I wanna do on both of these phones is the checking the boot time. Okay, just switch off both of these phones. Okay, now let's turn on both the phone. same time. Okay, let's see. Let's see which of the phone boots faster. Okay, it's pretty close. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Galaxy Grand 2 booted the phone faster. Now comes Galaxy Grand 1. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Both of these phones are winners for me. Both of the phones are really great. I bought this phone with my own money. Both of them are my phone, and I'll keep both of these phones with me. And I'm very happy with both of them. I must say that the Samsung finally got a good upgrade from Galaxy Grand 1 to Galaxy Grand 2, as most of the things on this Galaxy Grand 2 is upgraded from its predecessor, and I'm really happy to see that Samsung is uh, has selected that Qualcomm Snapdragon CPU, or else if they had selected again that Broadcom chipset, again we have to uh, feel bad, and most of the apps and games won't be supported. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you I'm not on this video purpose is not to show that Galaxy Grand 2 is better than Galaxy Grand 1 or so on and so forth. No, I made this video specifically just to show you the difference between both of these phones and nothing else. I really this is my intention, just to show you what are the differences between both of these phones and nothing else. Okay guys, so if you like this video, then please click on like button, and yeah, thanks for watching. This is Anindo. Take care.